Hello. Hi everyone. Welcome to Selenium Python training program. So far we studied about GitHub and other stuff. Today we want to study about Jenkins, which is a continuous integration tool. Jenkins. So what we are going to achieve with the help of this Jenkins. See, usually guys, we will be creating a jobs in Jenkins so that in the real world, whenever we are working on a project, we can run our automation test scripts. Okay, we can run our automation test scripts from the Jenkins jobs itself. See, I can say that if a code has a committed to this branch, automatically run this script. Like that, you can configure in Jenkins, and my scripts will be triggered from Jenkins itself. And Jenkins is a vast subject. We do perform n number of operations in Jenkins, but in our sessions, we are going to study how to configure jobs in Jenkins and then how to execute a sample program from Jenkins we are going to study as part of our today's session. So first of all, in order to work on that, we need to install Jenkins to our machine. So the only thing what we need to do is Jenkins is having a .var file. We just need to download this Jenkins var file to your machine. For which I'm navigating to my Chrome browser and the Jenkins downloads. Select this option and I'm clicking on a first option, which is navigating to Jenkins downloads page. And here you do have an option. On a left hand side, you do have an option to download Jenkins and the various options, and at last you have a generic Java package, and this is a .var file. Download it. As soon as you downloaded this jar file, place it in a specific folder. What I have done means I have downloaded this Jenkins and I kept that Jenkins.var file in my C drive. That's it, nothing more than that. Once after we are done with this part, then open the command prompt from this folder, and the command of which we need to trigger out over here is java jar space Jenkins dot var. Okay, Jenkins dot var. You need to write down this command. See here, let me try to hit this command in my command prompt. I'm just typing java jar space Jenkins.var and hit on the enter button. Whenever you hit on that enter button, it will take a few seconds to load these Jenkins. Okay, it will take a few seconds to load this Jenkins. And guys, at the very first time, whenever you are installing or at the very first time whenever you are using this Jenkins, the steps whatever you need to follow are bit differ, but at the end here you see now Jenkins is full up and running now. So what I want to do right now here is go back here, and if you click on these images, as Jenkins I have already installed in my machine, the page whatever I see is a bit different screen, and the screen whatever you can see is a different screen. So I'm just trying to show you the images. So usually whenever you are trying to open the Jenkins, so the URL for this one is localhost 8080 is the URL from where you can access the Jenkins. And for me, this login screen is displaying, whereas for you people it will display a prompt where it is asking us to enter the admin password, and even on the same page there is a reference a link for you or a folder location where in which you have that password. Go to that location. Usually that file will be there under the users, under the Jenkins, under these secrets folder. You have that particular file. So this master key, you just need to copy the key from here and you need to put in there, and after that it will ask you to install the required packages. Just click on install all the required packages, and then it will prompt you to a screen where it is asking us to create your user. Create your own user by entering a username and a password, and then once you clicked on that, this is the screen it's going to populate. I have created my own user with this name and a password, and clicking on a login button, it's going to navigate me to my Jenkins inbox page where I can configure my builds out over there. Okay, so let it log in into these Jenkins so that we can see how can I configure these Jenkins job. So let it log in. So let's see the command prompt. So Jenkins is full up and running. Let us see the info here. So it shouldn't take this much of time. Localhost 8080. So let me open it in the new prompt. So it should not take this much of time. And see, this is the screen it loaded. Now once it got loaded, now it's our responsibility to create our own jobs. As of now, I have created already couple of jobs. That's the reason I can find this info here. Whereas at the very first time you are creating, nothing will be populated here. Okay, nothing will be populated here. So I'm going to select the new item, and here I'm selecting the freestyle project, and I'm giving a name as Python demo, and click on an OK. As soon as clicked on an OK, that next screen here is the configuration screen where you can do a number of configurations. For suppose if your project is there under the GitHub or SVN, you can specify here, you can specify the repository URL. Automatically your job will be getting the code from Jenkins. And then for suppose if some builds are triggered, then automatically you can do this configuration. Automatically the piece of code present here will be executed. And now what I'm doing means, this is not my full framework I have created. That's the reason under the build steps I'm going for execute a Windows batch command. So it's just like a command prompt itself. So what I'm doing right now here means a cd c colon. So I'm just asking it to switch to the C drive. And in my program, I know unit test 7 is the test script which I have executed successfully from my command prompt. So right click on this file, uh, show in an explorer. This is what my path is. So in order to run the script from the command prompt, we use, so here cd space this file, and prior that c colon cd space, we are asking it to change to this directory, and then Python, and my desired file name is a unit test 7. So what I'm going to do right now is unit test 7, right click, and I'm using a rename, or directly I can use a function f2 unit test 7.py is my name. So go back here, unit test 7.py. So I have just specified that, and click on a apply and save button. That's it. Automatically we created a job. See guys, the job whatever we have created so far is directly we are specifying the commands what we are triggering from the command prompt here. Okay, and then once after you did this one, click on a build now. As soon as you clicked on a build now, it is trying to execute the script. See, it launched a browser and it's trying to perform the operation. See, one build is executing, and if you select that, the build information, the console output, it's getting displayed. See, it's trying to execute my test script. Of course, I haven't entered the verification code manually. Definitely my script will fail. See here, running the test scripts and the complete details about the test script, we can see here within this particular Jenkins. Okay, we can see this particular one within this Jenkins. So this is the way how can I create a jobs in Jenkins. And see here, I'm clicking on back to my project. My script got executed successfully, and I'm clicking on a configure button now, and here at the end, post build actions is there. For suppose if you want to trigger any kind of an emails after the script execution, you can do this email notification or editable email notification. You can specify the recipients automatically. Once the scripts got executed successfully, whatever the things you have configured here, it will shoot out an email to the recipients. Okay, so this is the way how to configure a job in Jenkins and how to execute a job. So guys, what we have studied so far in this session is we have created our sample project. So using Jenkins, how to run a simple test script from the sample project we have created studied right now. But in the real world, what we usually do means, when we are working on a project, we will be specifying the framework, and the framework will be definitely in a GitHub or SVN. So you need to integrate integrate your Jenkins job with that repository, and then you need to specify the unit testing part. Automatically your scripts will be executed, and depending on your requirement you can configure the email notifications as well. And usually majority of the projects, if they have a framework in place, they have a Jenkins jobs also in place. You just need to use the existing jobs. But this is the way how to configure a simple job and how to execute your test script. Cool. That's all I have, guys. See you again in the next session. Thank you. Bye bye.